Decrease in estrogen and progesterone is going to affect your autonomic nervous system and affect your heart rate variability. Listen, an imbalance of estrogen and progesterone can cause an imbalance in your nervous system because estrogen is important for the tone of your nervous system, which can lead to a decrease in your HRV, which is heart rate variability, because the higher the HRV, the better. And this decrease in hormones, estrogen and progesterone, messes with the tone of your nervous system and increases your sympathetic tone. Now, the sympathetic tone is like that fight or flight. We want more rest and digest. We want to turn on that parasympathetic tone. Techniques that turn on your parasympathetic will actually help your heart rate variability and help you with that imbalance in your nervous system. So wearing a wearable like a Whoop or Oura Ring, an Apple Watch, these are things that you can use to track your heart rate variability. If you're one of my patients, I have been asking my patients, do you know what your heart rate variability is? And my suspicion is your resting recovery techniques, your breathing, your meditation, yoga will help increase your heart variability because doing those things helps you tone your nervous system. Now, you know about toning your muscles, but I also need your nervous system to have the ability to regulate itself. Oftentimes when I talk about heart rate variability, people think I am just talking about heart rate. But heart rate variability is the standard deviation, and it is the number between all your beats. So heart rate is how many beats are in a minute. Your heart rate variability is talking about the average of what those beats have the time between, if that makes sense. It's a mathematical equation that has to be done through a wearable. This is why heart rate is easier to measure than heart rate variability, but heart rate variability is now easy for us to access with Apple Watch, Whoop, and Oura Ring. Now here's where it gets crazy. If you're a perimenopause girly and having vasomotor symptoms, your vasomotor symptoms is because you don't have a very good thermoregulation. But research has shown that if you don't have proper tone in your nervous system, and if you're not able to regulate your nervous system, your hot flashes are going to go out of control. Now pair that with exercise also helps regulate your vasomotor symptoms. So this is where yoga is a potential for a 2-for-1 because you have to have that mindfulness, breathing, meditation piece, and there is a movement piece. So exercise helps vasomotor symptoms with regulation. Having rest and recovery helps with vasomotor. Both help with heart rate variability and the tone of your nervous system. So increased sympathetic tone can increase your symptoms of perimenopause. And this is why one of the secret reasons that you are going to have to exercise once you're 35 plus, because we have to regulate our nervous system through exercise. I prefer walking in nature for this very reason because I find it to be much more calming to be around trees than in my basement in the Midwest. I mean, I'm thankful I have a basement in the Midwest because today's tornadoes, whatevs. Various factors like stress, lack of sleep, dehydration, smoking, and consuming alcohol also affects your heart rate variability, and also all those things exacerbate your vasomotor symptoms. So, if you haven't got my gist yet, number one, do you know what your heart rate variability is? And I know you really don't want to track your metrics, but I actually think tracking my metrics has really helped me make better choices. So once I started wearing my Whoop a year ago, I actually started to lean in to rest more because one day I was on a walk and I was trying to tell myself, you're going to go 3 miles today. And at the 2-mile mark, I literally thought, I can't do this. I literally thought I can't do this. And I got a buzz from my Whoop and it said I was going past my strain limit and I would have to increase my recovery. And in that moment, I went home because I truly felt tired and I thought I was just being lazy, but no, I needed more rest. So I went and did breathing. And that's the kind of stuff having a knowledge of your heart rate variability, looking at your stress and your strain, and are you recovering is helpful for a woman 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. You get the gist. So I encourage you ladies to start knowing what your heart rate variability is. And if you don't want to wear an Apple Watch and you don't want to wear a Whoop, you could wear an Oura Ring. As a physical therapist, I can't wear an Oura Ring because I'm washing my hands and I'm working on people, and it is a little bit of a chunkier ring. It's a very cool ring, but you can wear that at night. And a lot of research, they will have people wear those wearables at night. I prefer the metrics of my Whoop, but I think research-wise, we're going to have to lean into an Apple Watch because it's much more accessible for people. So comment below if you want to know more about heart rate variability and things that you can do to help your tone of your nervous system. And hit the plus sign and follow for more women's health and wellness tips. Bye.